Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
The only people that know what went on in your apartment that day is you, Brooke, and Savannah. Well, unfortunately, we can't find Savannah and ask her.
Prosecutors introduced video today that they say shows William Hain telling two different stories to police. Hain is on trial in Fargo, charged with conspiracy to commit murder in the death of Savannah Graywind last August.
His girlfriend at the time, Brooke Cruz, has admitted to killing Graywind. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley was in the courtroom today and has our story.
4 days after Savannah Graywind was first reported missing, investigators questioned William Hain, as his apartment was the last known place Savannah went. But in this interview, he maintained that on August 19th, he only said hi to Savannah when he got home from work that afternoon.
She left our place shortly after her dad knocked. I didn't physically see her leave our place.
But the next 24 hours changed Hain's story drastically when investigators say surveillance video showed him buying newborn diapers at Walmart on August 24th, allowing investigators to get a search warrant for his apartment, where they found his girlfriend, Brooke Cruz, with a newborn baby.
What are we need to talk about, Will?
I don't know how to talk about it, man.
Hain then changed his story, saying he came home on August 19th to blood all over the floor and a baby.
Is that Savannah's baby?
I don't think so.
Whose baby is it?
I can't tell you for sure, man.
But he later said the baby was actually his girlfriend's that she gave birth to at home, and she told him, "This is our baby. This is our family." Hain went on to give chilling new details of the days the newborn was in his apartment, saying the baby slept in a suitcase and they even took her out in public.
Where'd you guys put the baby when the cops came? The baby was right there. You just didn't see it. The baby was like right there. A little bed, like I didn't want to go out and spend money for a crib right away because I've been trying to get caught up on rent to make sure the electric don't get shut off, man.
How did you keep baby from crying?
She's just a really good baby.
Oh, really? Just no fussing or anything?
No, she fussed just a little bit, but like
no loud wailing.
She wasn't a wailing baby.
Throughout the interview, Hain insisted that he had nothing to do with Savannah's disappearance and didn't know where she went. And he made one thing very clear. He was not going to snitch on his girlfriend.
I love Brooke dearly, and I promise to have her back 100% to the end.
In Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
That trial resumes at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. The jury is expected to see video of one of the first police interviews with Brooke Cruz. She is also expected to testify in court early next week.
Severe weather hit southern Minnesota this evening. Take a look at these photos shared by people living in Faribault, Minnesota. A possible tornado ripped through the Faribault Municipal Airport, scattering sheet metal, flattening airport hangars, and flipping planes. Around here, the wet weather continues. Hutch, is the rain finally moving out overnight?
Well, for some of us, it's beginning to slow down at least. Just went outside and we have kind of a mist here in Fargo. As you can take a look at the sky cam up there, still pretty drippy across the area. Radar shows things clearing up down to the south, but again, we still have a little bit of light drizzle to contend with. The heaviest activity pushing into northwest Minnesota now, where there's some significant rain. We still have bands of rain out to the west in the Devil's Lake Basin that will be moving in this general direction. Again, finally quieting down in the south. Region-wide, we have some heavy showers out towards the Minot area with reports of flakes mixing in down in southwestern North Dakota, even though the radar doesn't show much of anything there. And just in the last couple of scans, the possibility for some snow mixing in near the Minot area. Rainfall potential or estimates by the Doppler radar. Well over an inch in spots where you see the yellow colors there, including between Fargo and Grand Forks. The rain should be ramping up as we go through the overnight hours. I'll have details on your Friday forecast, and we'll take a look at that weekend outlook here in just a few moments.
Okay, thanks, Hutch.
We have new information tonight on the firing of the former West Fargo swim coach Ronald Hain. Newly released documents show this wasn't the first time that Hain was disciplined by the school district.
Hain was fired last Friday over concerns with his coaching practices. A video was uploaded to Facebook showing a West Fargo student athlete trying to swim 25 yards while wearing a weighted belt. During an investigation, swimmers told investigators that they were afraid during several of Hain's tasks, and even after they asked him to stop swimming with the weights, the activity continued until lifeguards stepped in.
Haynes' social media behavior had also gotten him into trouble with the school district. Valley News Team's education reporter, Veronica Marshall, examined the documents released today, and she has the latest. Veronica?
Thanks, Mike. So even before this latest incident, documents show school district leaders calling Haynes' comments on Facebook disrespectful, unprofessional, and highly inappropriate. In one post, he targeted a female meet manager, saying she had no swimming experience, and ended his post with the hashtag Good Old Boys Club. Another post critiqued Haynes' aquatics director, and he also posted the names of female students, their schools, and grade levels online. Ultimately, the district wanted Haynes to edit his comments and apologize to the people involved. Even before he became the head girls swim coach, Haynes worked with the district for 2 years and had a few violations on his record. He started with West Fargo Public Schools as a lifeguard and swim instructor, and during that time, Haynes was disciplined twice for his work quality, disobedience, and time card issues. Mike?
All right, thanks, Veronica. You can find all of our coverage on this story, including a statement from the former coach, on our website. Go to valleynewslive.com.
A Minnesota sheriff says opportunities were missed early on to catch the man who kidnapped and killed 11-year-old Jacob Wetterling in 1989. Danny Heinrich confessed to killing Jacob and led investigators to his remains in 2016. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison for child pornography. Stearns County Sheriff Don Gudmundsson said today that the investigation went off the rails decades before the suspect was finally caught.
How many other boys were abducted in Stearns County? Well, there was one, the Cold Spring boy. An investigator should have been on that in mere moments after Jacob was taken. But in short order, this task force was not just on the wrong path, but on the wrong freeway, and later on the Autobahn with no speed limit.
Former FBI agent Al Garber called the analysis unfair. The sheriff spoke before releasing investigative documents that Jacob's parents had fought to keep private.
In St. Paul tonight, there was a farewell dinner and ceremony held for more than 650 members of the Minnesota National Guard and their families. The soldiers are deploying to Kuwait. They come from hundreds of communities in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, and the Dakotas. The 34th Red Bull Infantry Division is set to come home in July of 2019.
Still no word on where a runaway is from the western part of the state. Kaylee Miller is a juvenile female from Stark County. Fargo police say she may be in Fargo or coming to the Fargo area. Miller was last seen at her home in Gladstone Tuesday night. She was wearing sweatpants and a maroon Under Armour sweatshirt. If you see Kaylee Miller, call police.
We have a special show planned for you as Bison Homecoming Weekend kicks off. Mad Dog and Merrill are two grillologists that do the show Midwest Grillin' that we air Sunday mornings at 6:30 on KVLY and KX4, and then again at 9:30 Sundays on KVLY. And on Fargo CW, it airs Monday through Friday at 12:30 in the afternoon. Mad Dog and Merrill are coming to Fargo tomorrow to celebrate their North Dakota tour. Be sure to catch them live on Valley Today and North Dakota Today right here on VNL at 5 a.m. and 9 a.m.
Later on Valley News Live at 10, what you can do to protect unwanted companies from checking out your emails.
And in weather, it continues to rain, mainly in the northern valley. Reports of a few flakes mixing in as well. Some of this will be exiting as we go through the overnight hours. All details on that in your hour-by-hour forecast coming up next.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live.